friends and fans and anyone else who happens to watch. It's really been a long time since I last posted a Battlefield 5 video, but here we are back in Battlefield 5. I can't believe I'm back. Well, the only reason I really came back is because we just got a new map in like 4 months or so, but we only got one, but that's better than nothing, right? So here we are. This map is called Mercury, and it plays on the island Crete in Greece. And I just came off playing a bunch of Battlefield 1, and the first impression here is like, wow, graphics are kind of weird. They're a little bit too unrealistic, a little bit too colorful, but okay. At least it's a happy map, it's not a depressing map. And the second impression is like, oh my god, this just reminds me so much of the map Aerodrome. It's the exact same hangars here, the same open airfield, and I was like, wait a minute. I thought this map had like Greek villages and little paths and stuff like that. This doesn't look at all like what I expected. Oh well, we're in here now. So let's give it a chance and try it out and see how it is. I can always go back to Battlefield 1 if I don't like this, but it's sure nice to have a new map after such a long time. I still don't understand why they waited months and months to give us a new map. I just don't understand it. But here I am back. I don't even know what kind of gun I have in my hands here. I think it's the K7. I just basically just grabbed the class. I forgot everything about this game. I think it's been like 3 months or more since I last played. And there are definitely differences between the two games, between Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5, in some of the control schemes and how the classes are set up and so on. And it always takes me about, 3-4 matches until I kind of get back into them, maybe even more until I remember how it works. And maybe you notice that this map is quite bright, but it's also because I turned up the brightness a little bit in order to just see the enemy better, because the problem with Battlefield 5 is that the contrast ratio, the contrast is just too strong in this game. It's always been too strong, where the shadows are super black, and it makes it very hard to see enemies that are actually hiding in the shadows. So I can tell that this already helps a lot to just turn up the settings. The only problem is sometimes, when it's really, really bright, the graphics can look a little bit washed out, and I'm not always willing to sacrifice that. But so far, it's not so bad actually. I think I turned the brightness only up about 10%, and I think it's not too bad. It's just the kind of unrealistic graphics throw me off a little bit here. The water is like way too blue. It's like, that's not how an ocean looks like, dice. It looks a little bit Disney-like to me, but other than that, it's not bad. I mean, I'd rather have a happy, sunny, bright map than some kind of rainy, foggy, dark map. It's just, we have enough negativity in our lives. We don't need to have negativity in games and depressing stuff in games. Not necessary. That's at least my opinion. So this map is already out since 2 days, but the first time I actually was able to play it was yesterday, and I always try to get into new maps as quickly as possible because it's easier, because everyone is kind of new to it, and so it's kind of like an equal fair chance for everyone. Everyone has to learn the map first, doesn't really know all the good spots yet. And there's more fairness, because if you go into a new map after everyone has already played it for weeks and you still trying to learn it, you have definitely a disadvantage, and I don't like that. And I thought, hey, I'm not sure if I'm gonna play a bunch of Battlefield 5 now, but I will definitely enjoy this map until I get tired of it, and then I'll probably go back to Battlefield 1. I don't know yet. Maybe I kind of try out to play Battlefield 5 again. I'm not sure yet. I was just so frustrated with this game because I really miss that you can't spot. And in those kind of dark, gloomy maps, it's just so hard to see the enemy. And I'm not the only one who thinks so, because DICE actually, apparently, in the last update, made a change to the game which makes the enemies pop up a little bit better on the map or from the background. I did not notice anything while I was playing this game. There was no difference to me. In certain situations, the enemy is still blending in like crazy, and yes, I know all those people who have no problem seeing enemies, they always say like, well, but that's realistic and, you know, it's supposed to be like this. I know it's supposed to be like this, but this is a game and you're supposed to have fun. And when you don't have fun, then it's a chore. It's not a game. And so many people agree with me. It's kind of funny. I really thought I was the only one, but I hear more and more people say, yeah, Battlefield 5 just feels more like a chore. Like, oh god, I have to like play this instead of, oh my god, I can't wait to play this. I mean, I've never had this feeling with any other Battlefield game. It's just so crazy. And I'm so desperate to try to find a way to love this game. And maybe this map brings me back to Battlefield 5. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I found out that the K7 is not really a good weapon for this map, or at least it's not a good weapon for me. I'm not really a fan anyway of fully automatic assault rifles or SMGs in wide open maps. I rather use like a semi-auto rifle or a sniper rifle. I just love the control you have with those guns, even though you're a little bit slower. So, you know, it can get a little iffy if you are in a close quarter situation. But it just, to me, it's such a satisfaction to actually do well with a semi-auto rifle or a sniper rifle. I don't know, but somehow this map reminds me of a map in Call of Duty. Well, the very, like, earlier Call of Duties. I think Call of Duty Black Ops 2 has like an Italian map in there. It's like an Italian village. And when I'm inside this village here, it kind of reminds me a lot of that map for some reason. But I'm glad that this map is not like Aerodrome, which I was afraid of at first when we started this game. But I actually really enjoy the gunfights in this village. I've always been a huge fan of close quarter maps. That's just my thing. I mean, I can enjoy both, like wide open maps and close quarter maps, but I think if anyone would ask me what kind of map do you want to play next, I probably would definitely pick a close quarter maps. I love the maps that are playing in cities and villages. Those are just, you know, the gunfights are just intense and fun and exciting. With wide open maps, it's a little bit more slower paced and more tactical. And they could definitely also be fun, but it always kind of depends on your mood, right? So, I mean, it's also so that some people really just prefer one or the other, and other people like both. And then for me, it's mostly like, you know, what kind of mood I'm in. And sometimes I just want to hang up on a hill and chill and just kind of snipe people. But most of the time I just want to kind of run and gun and just have a ton of action going on. Fast-paced and hectic is what I like best. And I really like the Gewehr 43 in situations like this, because you have a gun that's not only good on distance, but it can also be very effective when it's close quarters, because this gun is fast enough and also super accurate if you have to take someone out on a distance. So when I went back to Battlefield 1 in the last few weeks, I really enjoyed the SMLE again, and I just so miss this gun in this game. This, to me, was just the absolute perfect gun for any situation. And I haven't really found a gun in this game that's an all-around perfect gun for any situation. I mean, there are some good guns in here, but just not the gun. I haven't found the gun yet. So if you happen to play this game and have a gun that you would recommend, I will definitely try it out and see how I like it. Maybe you just happen to give me the best gun ever, or maybe it just doesn't work for me, but I will appreciate anyone who's giving me some tips and hints here. So, because I really try to like this game. I'm really trying, you know. I feel really bad as a Battlefield veteran to, for the first time in years, not like a Battlefield game. It just feels wrong to me. So, you know, I haven't given up on this game quite yet. But overall, I have to say, I really like this map. It's a little cheesy in the colors, but it is definitely fun to play. It has a good layout. It's interesting, it's a happy map, and you know, the 2 game modes I was playing on here work really well, were a lot of fun, and I will definitely play a little bit more until I get tired of this map, and then maybe go back and play some of the older maps again to see how I feel about it. But so far so good. So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Even though I don't make any money out of this, I still like to know if people like my videos or not, because it just makes me happy. Video editing is a passion of mine, one of many passions of mine. And yeah, anyway, so I hope to see you next time, and until then, happy gaming. Take care. Bye bye.